Hello, everybody. I am your humble host, Weebo Jones. With me tonight, because SDA is going to be late, is Eve. Say hi, Eve.
Hi, Eve. I mean, hello, everyone.
Uh, Anyway, so SDA, like I said, is going to be a little bit late tonight, which is fine. We can judge her harshly when she gets here, but she's got a family obligation that's running a little bit into the show time, which is cool. Fine. It is what it is. I had to do all the work for prep for this, but it's fine. No, it's. I always do work prep. It's.
You did forget something though.
What did I forget?
You forgot to send me the stories that we're going to talk about.
Oh shit! That's right.
So I have no idea. I'll be
They're in the
running blind.
description. You know what?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's fine. Sorry. Let me just get those right, right quick. Before we get into all of the shenanigans, I do have one thing that I have to just demonstrate for everybody. Not demonstrate, but we have to address a stupid comment a little bit earlier than I would like us to, but there's a good reason for it. So one of my viewers, my loyal viewers, Mike Gregg, had a thing or two to say about the show last week. He said, "Do more actual videos and your channel will grow. Nobody wants to watch your ass for over an hour." Jezebel's Christovsky. I don't know what that means. But I responded back with him. Someone should inform the 700 viewers that, because it was 700 viewers at the time, by the way, 700 viewers that they don't want to watch my ass for over an hour then. Lol, wow, 700. Apparently 700 people are not important in that respect. I think you guys are pretty important, but I digress. Anyway, he said, I went on to say that 700 people that disagree with your assessment. I'm not here to please everyone, mate, but it should be noted that I watch my analytics more. I've not been having any troubles with growth in recent weeks, which I haven't. I actually gained like 300 plus subs. Anyway, he says, "Hey, I dig your YouTube content itself, Weebo Jones, but I think I speak for your typical YouTube fan when I say a 5-minute video of you talking and giving opinions is better than a full fucking hour of improv random shit. I barely ever watch your video. I barely ever watch videos over 7 minutes, and I doubt I'm in the minority here. But I hope you get a billion subs." Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I've never. I think the last time I made a video under 10 minutes, in fact, was back in September, and that was like 8 minutes of content.
It's been a while.
So obviously, he's not my typical YouTube fan. In fact, in the sense that I regularly make over 10-minute long videos. I think it's closer to like an average of 14 to 15-minute videos normally.
And the ones you've done around the 5-minute mark are usually just shit posty videos of you goofing off and making fun of something.
Yeah, or they're like short form rants that don't require a lot of effort. Anyway, yeah. So Mike Gregg, I apologize, but none of my content is apparently aimed at pleasing you. So I go on to say, that's your prerogative, man. You know, you only want to watch 7 minutes of my content. That's fine. It is what it is. I don't care. And then he says, so stop the fucking live streams at Weebo Jones. So that's why I had to show this to everyone, because you should all know I'm not doing any more live streams on this channel. Mike Gregg has told me not to. So I have to listen to my, typical YouTube fan who knows what's best for me in my channel and how to get a billion subs. So unfortunately for everyone watching, all 700 of you watching, I cannot continue down this path of live streaming. Or, Mike Gregg could just not watch any of my channel. That's totally fine too. I don't give a fuck. If one person doesn't want to watch my live streams, it's cool. It's fine. And then he goes on to say, oh, I'll be watching them, Weebo Jones. If nothing else, I like jerking it over those big voluptuous titties. Then what's the fucking issue, sir? All right? Jerk it, don't jerk it. I don't care. If it takes you 5 minutes to get off, I feel sorry for your wife, but you know what? That's your prerogative.
I was gonna say that's why he's upset, is because your videos last too long and he can't.
Apparently he can't jerk it for more than 5 minutes. 7 minutes at max. Oh, my bad. Anyway, so SDA chimed in to say, well, aren't you just a wonderful contribution to society?
I love SDA so much.
we've addressed my biggest fan, and I hope that we've addressed him spectacularly. But before we get into the stories, which we have stories, I just wanted to reiterate. We will no longer be streaming on my channel because Mike Greg told me not to. This is the last show. No, I'm just kidding. It's not. It's absolutely not. We are still doing this. I don't give a fuck what Mike Greg says. I just thought it was funny. It was hilarious. That entire interaction was a great time.
SDA will be very disappointed you've just decided that we're not doing streams anymore. So.
The Price was Right review. Thank you for the $2. What up, weebs? Those haters can shove it. They absolutely can. Don't lie, you like the views. Oh, I absolutely do like the views. All 700 of you guys are just an absolute delight. And if you would like to donate to this live stream, flawless transition there, if you would like to donate to support the show, you can always find the link to the Streamlabs located down in the description down below, and also super chats too, if you would like to give Google 30% of all of your super chats. That's totally fine too. Party's over. Yep, everyone shut it down. We're going home. That's it. No more. That's why I went through all of the effort of putting all of the links to all of the stories in the description of this video. But I digress. So we have 3 things that I want to talk about today, mainly because no one got me stories until 5 minutes before we started the show, and I started up the link and stuff. But Eve, I will give you the link to the first one that we are doing, and it has to do with Captain Marvel.
I already got them all.
Oh, you get, okay. Sorry.
It's okay.
I was in the middle of doing stuff. Thank you. Hello, chat. Jacob Jett, I see you're there. Pat, Toasted Network, always a pleasure. Some fucking jerk. What a beautiful comment. A mud shark and a dude dressed as a girl start a live stream. Well, that's not very nice, sir. Does your mother know that you speak like a little bitch?
Oh, look, Frankman's in chat, too. Hi,
Frank.
Hi,
Frankman. I see you there. We're not doing call-ins today. That's the Thursday show. On Sundays and Wednesdays, over on SDA's channel from 7:30 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we do 2 Girls, 1 Stream, which is basically just your run-of-the-mill talk show. And on Sundays, the show consists of, let me get to it, show consists of news and then advice in the casting couch. If you would like to put your questions in the casting couch, there is a Discord link in the description that you can totally get to, as long as you.
Did you say Thursday show?
No, did I say Sunday show?
I don't know, because Jacob's asking.
Well, no, the Thursday show. There's a Thursday show on my channel where I just shoot the shit. That's my personal thing that I do by myself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Thank you to UFO Answer for the $2. You're wrong. I'm a fan, but I'm not important. Yeah, you are. You're so important.
Aww.
It's just when you tell me not to do something that it's not important. Word for the wise. Don't tell me what to do. It's the best way to get me to do exactly that. And then $2.99 message retracted. Okay.
I can't remember his name, but I saw what he said, at least. Something about your cap should stay woke.
This one?
I guess Marvel, I should stay woke, I guess. Yeah. I don't know.
We also have stupid comment time later on, and then chat time where you guys can do all of your stuff. Oh, and thank you, E, for putting the thing in the thing.
Oh, the message, yes.
I appreciate you so much.
I actually typed that out last week and just left it sitting there just so it would be ready.
You are the best executive producer I could have ever hoped for. And thank you, Nick Arcana, for the $2. Hello, chat show later. Keeps sugar daddy status. Well, of course. Yes, and that reminds me to mention, if you donate to this show, you automatically get sugar daddy status in the Discord, which means that you take top priority during the call-in segment on Wednesday's show, and also you get super secret access to the super secret sugar daddy. What is it? We call it penthouse, right? In the Discord. The penthouse daddy's room.
Yes.
The Price is Right review. Thank you for the $5. Usually, least to my knowledge, live chats lets you interact with your audience, letting your channel grow even more so your fan is an idiot. Lol. Yeah, exactly. I actually like the element of interacting with fans. I like being able to kind of have an interaction with them on this, on this platform here. But we do have a format to get to, and we've been prolonging it for the last 10 minutes. Why do you let me do this?
It's your show.
It is
I'm
my
just
show.
here to fill a spot until SDA shows up.
But the
Eventually.
point of the co-host is to get me to get back on track.
All right,
Otherwise, I'm
get
just
your
gonna.
ass in gear.
Thank you. All right.
Stop
So,
babbling. Read the story.
I'm babbling. I'm sorry. I hope I have nothing open in tabs that's going to be detrimental to my reputation. All right, we're good. That's fine. It's not a big deal. So, Captain Marvel review: Brie Larson takes on cosmic villains, sexist trolls, and wins. Does she though? Does she though? Rolling Stone. The first female-led Marvel movie gives us a superheroine for the ages. Thank you, Lanny Stanfield, for the $50 over on Streamlabs. Somebody committed Brie larceny on Captain Marvel. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Wow, bro.
Dude.
Oof. All right, that's fair. As the first woman led. first. Do you see that?
As the first woman-led superhero.
No. As the first. Are you seeing that?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm seeing that now. First. Okay.
Oof.
What?
All right. Not just first, but first woman-led superhero and epic from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Captain Marvel touches down at the multiplex with a lot of sexist monkeys on its back. That's not nice. Don't call men monkeys. Also, I would argue that just having random Captain Marvel show up and be like, yeah, bitches, I get my first woman-led superhero epic from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's kind of rude to all of the other women in the Marvel Cinematic Universe that totally should have had a movie before this rando from nowhere showed up, but I digress. Rotten Tomatoes has had to ban trolls from its websites who are hell-bent on review bombing the movie before it even opened. Technically, from what I know about Rotten Tomatoes, they can't review bomb the movie before it's open because can't review a movie that's not out yet.
Well, to be fair, they did say something about it having that open beforehand was a problem they had. And they said they're in the future they're not going to allow movies to be rated until.
But that's why they got rid of the audience's perspective. That's a movie we do or don't want to see thing, right?
Problem is that they were deleting reviews from Wednesday and Thursday night, and a lot of theaters were showing the movie early anyway. So some of those were actually legitimate reviews. Some people went back and posted them and said they deleted my review from before.
Oof. All right. Well, I for those of you who are unaware, I have a second channel called Weebo Incognito, linked in the description, and I actually did review the movie. It's about 20 minutes of content. You can go check that out. Totally should do that after the show, though, because you should totally watch this right now. But I think it's a good review. It's a fair review, considering all of the things. I address the marketing shenanigans, and I also address the movie itself and why it's good and why it's bad. Race Jacobson, thank you for the $1 over on the Streamlabs. Scarlet Witch movie when? Dude, I feel like that would be so cool. I would love to hear more about what's his name? Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch before they were, evil bad guys in Avengers Age of Ultron. MGTOWN, Michigander, $4.99. Thank you for the super chat. SJW has ruined everything. Marvel should at least be honest and change their name to Woke Studios. Oof.
Oof.
I don't know if that would warrant success on their part. A riot girl power pulses through every frame, not to mention humor, heart, and thrill that comes from watching a genuine game changer. Wow, I've never read a bigger bit of bullshit in my entire life, but that was some shit. Riot girl power. I mean, they try to, but it doesn't pulse through every frame. The humor is there, but they're in all Marvel movies. Heart is kind of absent. You don't go to see Captain Marvel movie because you get emotion and heart out of Carol Danvers as a character. You go to see it for the side characters that it presents that are funny, interesting, and entertaining. Thank you, Davy Crocker, for the $2. Did you see YouTube search manipulation for her? I heard about it, but I don't know actually what it's about. So have to look into it. I did my video last night. I posted it, and then I went to bed, and I woke up and did all my other stuff, went to work, did my chores and shit. So I haven't had a lot of time to dive into the Captain Marvel backlash, but we have some stupid comments from that channel as well. Captain Marvel should have its detractors on the ropes, set in the mid-1990s, and feeling like it was made in a time before Iron Man and the other Avengers ever suited up for the big screen. I guess we're including Captain America in that too, because technically he's the first Avenger, but quite honestly, they make it feel like Captain Marvel was supposed to be the first Avenger. Although, why they would wait this long to actually put her in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is beyond me, but I digress. Superhero film proudly waves a retro flag, but everything in its DNA, from representation in front and back behind the scene to its notorious empowerment, radiates our moment right now. To its notions of empowerment radiates our moment right now. I wouldn't say necessarily that it radiates our moment right now. The notions of empowerment, they're definitely there, but they're more underlying. They're not in your face as much as the marketing would have had you believe by Brie Larson. So here's that.
Well, we've got right at 14 minutes before we need to move on to the next thing, so
that's fair.
Probably skim through this one so we can move on to the other two stories.
Do you see anything else interesting to talk about? Yeah, we already know what the plot is. It's not that good. Goose the cat was the best character in my opinion. I'll say that.
Right. Everybody keeps saying that. It's like the best part was the cat and Samuel L. Jackson.
Honestly, it was entertaining.
Seems to be giving honest reviews is just like, I found it rather boring, middle road.
It was,
as far as
it was pretty mundane.
Yeah.
Everything that you learn about Carol Danvers, and I've said this multiple times now today, but everything you learn about Carol Danvers, you can learn from the trailer alone. There's no new information that they give you in the actual movie. Nothing compelling, nothing interesting. It doesn't add anything to the MCU except for, this is the story of how Nick Fury lost his fucking eye. That's it. And based on like the little slivers of information they've used to build on that in the Marvel Cinematic Universe prior, it falls short. Thank you, Race Jacobson, for the $1 over on Streamlabs. Miss Marvel Carol Danvers would have been a better movie than Captain Marvel Carol Danvers, but then it would just be viewed as Jessica Jones' clone. I've never actually seen Jessica Jones, so I couldn't tell you if that's correct or not. So you can crap on it for how the plot is too convoluted by half the pacings, too casual, it's retro style, too flat and lead, the usual MCU fireworks. But it is the pacing is not ideal. I'll say that. The time that Bodden and Flack used to underscore how lives get lived between the not always rousing action sequences may be what keeps Captain Marvel in our memories. The film is burdened with the effort of becoming the origin story of the entire MCU. Yeah, it's that the film was bogged down in this idea of, well, not bogged down necessarily, but that certainly was an element of it. And that kind of pisses all over Captain America, the first Avengers.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a couple of things I saw like in the comments of the I was going through some of the Rotten Tomatoes reviews yesterday, and they were talking about how it basically retcons a lot of stuff that shouldn't have been, like, the aliens thing. Thor was what inspired the aliens thing and made Fury want to start the Avengers, because it's like, oh shit, we've got this kind of stuff.
It shits all over the previous movies. It's like they ham-fisted it in there.
Well, from what I've been hearing, they've actually had to redo parts of Endgame because it was set up to make her a big-time Mary Sue. And just to step in and save the day and everything like that. And all the other actors and actresses were like, this is not okay.
No, it's not. And, I appreciate the fact that they did step in, which we'll get to in a little bit, because it's stupid comment time. I do have some things that I want to address. Anything else that we need to talk about?
I think that's about it for that story.
Yeah, all right. We'll go on to Jussie Smollett then. Jussie Smollett indicted on 16 felony counts for allegedly making false reports. Allegedly, as if there's a question about it anymore. Empire actor Jussie Smollett, who authorities say filed false reports. Yeah, we already know. Indictment charges Smollett 36 of 16 counts of disorderly conduct. Now this makes sense given what I know about Chicago law or just Illinois law in general. One of Smollett's attorneys and CNN legal analyst said the actor maintains his innocence and called the indictment. Excuse me. Wow. Sorry about that. Excuse me. I am such a fucking pig. Prosecutorial overkill. Is it though? Is it really? This redundant and vindictive indictment is nothing more than a desperate attempt to make headlines. Well, the fact that he went on, what was it, Good Morning America, and this was blown so epically out of proportion kind of means that in the overcorrection of this, they're going to go out of their fucking way to make an example of Jussie Smollett, given the attention that his story got before the truth came out. They want the truth to get out. They want everyone to know that this is not acceptable, that you cannot just lie about a hate crime and get away with it and make it this big ass fucking deal and make the Chicago police look like fools for, just pursuing this and then being lied to. Police officers don't like getting lied to. So if you lie to them, they will make your life hell in that respect. And I 100% support that. As a police explorer, I know a lot of cops, they don't like being bullshitted by people that come to them looking to get help and sympathy and stuff for crimes against them, because their entire job is to take you seriously. And if you bullshit them, then that makes their job harder when the next person comes along and they need to take that person seriously, because then there's a little bit of doubt in their mind of, oh, well, is this person lying to me? Can I trust them? And you can say that it's their job to take victims of crime seriously at all times in all aspects, but if you bullshit them, then there is going to be that sliver of doubt in their minds, and that's what you don't want. It's
gonna be more than a sliver of doubt, especially if they know. I mean, if you ever see any like TV depictions of cops who've been lied to by somebody and they know the guy did it, they're just gonna be like, you know what? We're just not gonna go that extra mile for you. We're gonna do the bare minimum of what we have to do for you because we that's what we're gonna do. That's what we have to do, but we're not gonna go the extra mile and make things easier for you or help you out in any kind of way.
Just so you know, Frank, if you start spamming my chat, I will time you out because I don't appreciate you spamming the chat. All right? Because I know you're going to do it, and you did it in my comments section. Chat's a little bit different. It gets annoying. I will time you out. Warning. I'm just going to read the law. The law states in Illinois, a person commits disorderly conduct when he or she knowingly transmits or causes to be transmitted in any manner to any peace officer, public employee, a report to the effect that an offense will be committed, is being committed, or has been committed, knowing the time at the time of the transmission that there is no reasonable ground for believing that the offense will be committed, is being committed, or has been committed. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We actually were made to read through Illinois State Criminal Code twice. And so that sounds, pretty legit. Producers behind Empire decided to remove Smollett's character, Jamal, from the final 2 episodes of the season. The decision was made to avoid further disruption on set, obviously. And someone made a good point in chat. Please read this. Jussie's bullshit from Zero Cool. Bullshit has put people in danger. He falsely flagged a hate crime and got caught, so now when a real crime happens, it will be more difficult to determine. That's absolutely correct. Not only that, though, but he wasted the police time, and that's time that seriously, desperately could have gone into literally anything else, the investigation of literally any other crime. Don't waste the police's time. They are not happy about it when you do. So that's enough of that story, because pretty much it's just recapping the rest of it. But I wanted to get back to this lovely story. We only have 6 minutes. God damn it. I wanted to spend a little bit more time on this. But this is that story from last week, the one about the woman who was cheating on her boyfriend secretly.
Oh,
her boyfriend of 6 years. And this pissed me off.
We got 6 minutes. We can talk about this for a minute.
Yeah, we can talk about this for a minute. The first time I ended up on a date was about 6 months. All right, so to recap, she and her boyfriend have been in a thing for 6 years. 2 years into the relationship, she found out he was cheating on her. And then now 6 months after she found out, she decided to do the same exact thing and not say anything about it, and she doesn't consider it cheating. All right, so now we're all caught up. So I ended up on a date about 6 months after I found out about my boyfriend's infidelity, and it was kind of an accident. I went out with some new work colleagues and was left just one of the guys in the bar. I was tipsy, and we flirted. I knew nothing would happen. We had just got great. We just had great banter. We bounced off each other, and we found the same things funny. I remember floating home feeling more confident than I had in months. I enjoyed feeling wanted. Truth be told, it was an ego boost, but more than that, it was so nice to have a conversation that wasn't weighed down by emotion and hurt. A few weeks later, I was at a friend's house and she let me scroll through her dating apps. It was fun and silly and seeing her get matches and chatting to randoms, but when I left her house that night, I knew I wanted to do it again, properly on my own. So basically, she just kind of trolls through dating apps, goes on dates with men, and doesn't call them back later on. And she's a hoe. She cheated. Well, he cheated on her first, and then she cheated on him. And so, honestly, I think that they're meant for each other. And I hope they stay together because you don't want them to mucking up the dating pool. To be honest, let's be fair.
Right? Because it's hard enough to find someone out there without bitches like that.
Exactly. That's two less assholes you have to worry about.
It's like, sure, I'll go on a date with you. Oh, I have no intention of actually being anything that you want me to be, even though I said so in my profile, you know.
Exactly. Swiping it, man. We were still arguing a lot, and I feel like he owed me, but after a few weeks, the swiping wasn't enough. I arranged to meet one of the guys I've been talking to. I considered telling my boyfriend, being transparent about the fact that I felt I needed to do this so it could work out exactly what I wanted. I think if I'd been honest then, he'd have been okay with me going. He knew how tough I was finding it to trust him again. After all this time, though, I knew he'd now be more seriously hurt if we found out. We'd been working hard on our relationship, trying to do new things together and reconnect. I think he'd be shocked that I hadn't been throwing myself into the process as much as he thinks I have. So that goes into the story of the first date. Over the next year, I went on 6 dates and developed certain rules for myself, like the blocking and unmatching so that I wasn't tempted to keep talking to them, and only going for drinks, never dinner, too big a commitment, and never, ever sleeping with them. Each time, the thrill and anticipation would feel amazing. Okay, so technically, she's not cheating on them in the traditional sense, like sleeping with them, but emotionally, she is definitely cheating on him. What a clusterfuck. You know, I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
I get butterflies on my stomach the days before. I would tell my boyfriend that I was out with a friend or with new colleagues. I had always people he didn't know so that he'd be less likely to work out that I was lying. And here's the other thing too. Lying to your partner is never a good idea. Ever. Basing your relationship on a foundation of lies is just a recipe for disaster. It is still cheating, but not in the way that everyone immediately thinks to. It's still, in my opinion, just as despicable. Lying is, actually, you know what? It's more. Lying itself is worse than the action that you're lying about, I think.
Well, see, that's the thing to me is that I know people who have open relationships, people who are polyamorous, and that's what works for them.
Yeah.
But it is a mutual agreement up front, not this cheating around behind each other's back or cheating for revenge and thinking that this is just okay. He did it, so I'm going to do it back. And then because she did it, I'm going to do it back. It's just, oh my God. It's petty and childish.
Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget we have Casting Couch advice time next in 2 minutes. So once we're done with this, we're gonna go to the old Discord. So definitely hop in there and post your questions in the Casting Couch. Make sure to verify yourself though, so you get bumped up to what is it? Barely legal.
It's yeah, barely legals.
Barely legal. Thank you, Sanguine, for the $5 over on the Streamlabs. The only people getting fucked The only people getting fucked with while innocent are the dudes that are sinking time into a deed and then looking for someone. That says dead and when looking for someone. Wow, I need to. TGOS learns to read. Obviously, that's what this is.
You're looking at Streamlabs.
Yeah, I'm looking at Streamlabs.
Okay, because I can't see that.
No, it's fine. I'm a dumbass. It's fine. Sometimes I feel bad for the guys. Some of them were obviously looking for something serious, and I was just wasting their time. I remember one in particular who was really cut up about his ex cheating on him. We talked a lot about it. I vaguely told him that I had similar experience. Sorry, but I cried all the way home because I felt like I was re-traumatizing him in some way. The closest I came to being caught was when a message popped up on my phone from a date, asking where I wanted to meet. My boyfriend saw it. I told him it was just a colleague, but that was the first time I felt bad about deceiving him in this way. Oh, that was the first first time you felt bad about lying to your partner? God damn. Dysfunctional relationship. I hope they never have kids.
First time she could compartmentalize it to the point where she didn't feel guilty about it anymore.
Yeah.
Or justify it to herself.
Even now, I don't think what I'm doing is cheating. I consider it more like meeting new people with an added ego boost, but I do feel bad for having to be sneaky. I'm aware that I am betraying his trust, even with the kissing. But I also feel I couldn't move forward with our relationship unless I was sure that it was still what I wanted. Jesus. I don't envy this bitch.
Are you done with this story? I think I'm done with this story.
I'm done with this story. We're done. It's fine. No more. Let's just...
to those who have joined, we had at least one person join the Discord today.
Yeah.
2, actually. Make sure you guys are verifying. There's a link in the house business section of the Discord that you click on, and it'll put you through a CAPTCHA thing. Make sure you're not a bot, basically.
Yeah.
Make sure you're doing that and getting verified so you can weigh in on the casting couch and ask questions.
Totally. From Nick Arcana today, he asked, here a question I need advice on. How do I get my wife to be good with getting a sister wife that is a redhead? And how do I get the redhead? Ooh. Well, I don't know about other redheads, but me personally, I like flowers. And I also like chocolate. So that's one way to go about doing that. Woo her with food and flowers that have been severed from their mother branch. Eve, what about you?
As far as being my attention, I'm a sucker for sappy stuff, but like I always tell people that one of the best ways you can get my attention is to just do something just overly sappy romantic. Like I've had this one idea that I heard a while back for Valentine's Day. You get your girlfriend a dozen roses, but you make 11 of them living and one of them fake, and you hand them to her and say, "I'll love you until the last rose dies." And that's like super, that's super sappy. But that would just get me, But
also, maybe have a sit down with your wife and the sister wife perspective, the prospective sister wife, just to have that conversation.
Yeah, that's the other thing, is that you need to probably sell your wife on it, and then after that, you go on to like.
Make sure your wife's on board, and don't just spring it on her one night. Just be like, "Hey, babe, I got you a present. Here's a person. She is joining our relationship."
Yeah.
God, all right.
Jacob says the sickening. It's sickening. Yeah, it's super sappy and over the top, but
oh yeah, it's super sappy. But
and I'll look at you and be like, oh my god. But
sappy works. Sappy definitely works. Toast it as, how do I convince people that Captain Marvel is bad and that they have no taste? Well, okay, so if that's your end goal, it depends on where you're arguing from. If you're arguing from the perspective of, oh, it's not a good film because it's just not a good film, you're not going to win a lot of people over with that argument. But if you're arguing from a basis of, it's not a good film because it shits all over the MCU universe, everything that the MCU has been building up for the last decade and a half is now all rendered, 1, moot, 2, bullshit, 3, just completely mind-bogglingly false based off of this movie and everything that it purports, then you might have a case. Actually, you have a good case for why it's a crap movie. But if you're just arguing for the movie on the basis of the movie itself, you're going to have a little bit more of a difficult time. Eve?
I would say pretty much the same way. If you're trying to argue that a person has no taste to begin with, well, that's you're going to need several examples as to where they are objectively wrong. But the problem is when it comes to taste,
Taste is subjective.
Taste is subjective, so it's hard to be objective with something like that.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the movie said, the best way to probably do it would be to compare it, to show what it's actually doing to the MCU, compare it to other MCU movies, and show how, in comparison, it's at best mediocre compared to the others.
Yeah.
If you're being generous, and a lot of people would say it's just bad.
It, like I said, it's a fun movie if you just go into it for the entertainment value and you don't think about it and you don't, want something iconic and original. But that doesn't really lend a lot to the film itself. Your boy Pat asks, how do you keep a girl interested when you're not what she imagined you to be when she first laid eyes on you? This actually, there's a good way to do this. Keep surprising her, all right? Because if she didn't imagine you as this one thing when you first meet up, you want to surprise her in a way that spontaneity is important, yes, and maybe you're not who she expected. That can be a good thing too. If you bring something more to the table to kind of entice her into pursuing this further, then you have her on the line, essentially. Does that make sense?
I would say that makes sense, but as far as well, I've always had a problem with the whole keep things mysterious thing, because eventually you're going to run out of mysterious and it's just going to be the two of you. And if it's just if you don't like her, then if she doesn't like you, then your mystery's all gone, and that's what was your relationship was built on, was that mystery. So
the UFO answer, thank you for the $2 over on Super Chat. Taste is subjective, except the movies I sent Weebo. Yeah, no, I have a backlog of content that I really need to get through. I have a whole bunch of people sent me a whole bunch of movies on various different platforms, and then they sent me movie recommendations. Well, okay, so movie recommendations on different platforms, and then actually physically mailed me movies they want me to watch. So I have a lot of things to get through. I'm working on it. All right. But I also have school and midterms are coming up and I'm trying to pass this semester. And then thank you, Sanguine, for the $5 over on the Streamlabs. I think my donations somehow inspire illiteracy because fucking everyone stumbles or constantly butchers them. I'm not even using florid speech, but what would be considered common parlance? Yeah, I think I said that right. The vast majority of the time. What do I do to fix this? So a good way to fix this is I have no fucking clue. I think it has to do with the fact that the speech in the Streamlabs is kind of italicized, and it's also dark on white, or it's white on dark instead of the super chats, which are black on just a different color every time. The way that it's also small. So, and I'm also losing my ability to see, I think, just gradually. So it's a struggle.
You're going blind.
Yeah. Cynical Lindsay, to answer your question, I will review the content that you sent me on the Weebo Incognito channel, and that's the stuff in the comment section. An entire list from there too that I need to get through. I have lists everywhere, all right? So there's a process here. It's disorganized as fuck, but I'll get through it eventually.
You gonna move on to the next question, or?
Yes, I have a friend from Toasted. I have a friend that is a furry. How do I convince him to stop doing it? Shame him.
If that's really your goal, I guess. I mean, most of the time I'm just like, let them be as long as they're not hurting anybody. But if you really want him to stop, then shame and ridicule are usually the way to go.
Yeah, although you might lose that friend though, so I caution you. Hypothetical question from your boy Pat. A friend has been knowing a friend for over a decade, and 2 weeks after she breaks up with her boyfriend, she tells the other friend she always wanted to know what it would be like to sleep with them. Should he do it, yay or nay? How close are you and said friend? Like, are you you could have known each other for over a decade, but that doesn't necessarily give me an idea of how close you are. I mean, you could be casual friends, or he could be the godfather of a child that you have, or you could be as close as freaking brothers. So, like I said, it depends on how close you guys are as friends. time necessarily doesn't give me an idea of what that is. Right, Eve?
Yeah, when it comes to, would you say how a friend has been knowing a friend over a decade, and 2 weeks after she breaks up with her boyfriend, she tells the other friend she's always wanted. Yeah, he probably shouldn't. Yeah, no, that is like you said, it depends on how
He
close he is
clarified.
with that friend.
He clarified, like, godfather of my first child close. Okay,
Oh
in that
no,
case, no, don't do it.
yeah, don't do that.
No, that's gonna be a hot mess. Don't touch
Like,
him with a 10-foot pole.
short of this being like you've been in love with her since the day you met, long before you ever met the first person, and you're willing to damage or sacrifice the other friendship over this girl, I would not recommend that.
So then from Toasted, who asks, how do I convince people that profit doesn't make things more expensive? You mean like profit after it's been already purchased? I'm not sure I understand the question. If
Profit doesn't make things more expensive. I guess like capitalism in general. I don't know.
I'd need clarification. The
Instructions
Yufio.
unclear. Get caught in ceiling fan.
Yeah, exactly. Yufio answer asked, what if your doctor said that you should go on prescriptions that aren't covered by your insurance and they'd cost nearly $200 a month? Fuck that noise. How do you determine both whether you could or should pay for them and they are important being still young? Are they prescriptions that you'd have to go on for the rest of your life? Because if that's the case, you might have to switch insurances as a result if you can. If not, I would probably bite the bullet and take out any discretionary spending that's just extra that you don't need to spend money on, and just like you'd have to budget a little bit more strictly for as long as it takes to pay that off and for however long it is that you need that prescription. Long term, you're going to have to make a drastic change to something financially. Short term, you'd still have to make a drastic change most likely, but it wouldn't be for long or for that long a time. And then thank you, The Price is Right review for the $5. I know an awesome ranter who bashes on SGW bullshit all the time that you might find interesting is John Burke. Does it on Facebook with a military humor. I like military guys. They're a lot of fun to hang out with. So definitely send me his way. Definitely send me his way. Yeah, that's how we say that. And Toasted clarified in chat, likewise, socialism isn't cheaper. Why social? I guess that still doesn't. That doesn't help me understand your question. Do you have an idea?
I
No.
don't.
But do you have anything for the UFO answers question?
As far as UVOs, there are programs that will help you pay for it, especially if you are on some kind of disability or something like that. There are definitely programs out there that will help you pay for prescriptions a lot easier, as well as there may be alternative versions of the medication. Maybe there's a generic. There are other ways to make that drug a little bit cheaper for you. And hopefully, it's not the generic that's $200, but. I would look into some kind of supplemental way to pay for it, because there are other programs out there. You'd have to pay a little bit out of pocket, but it's usually like a separate supplementary insurance or something.
And then finally Toasted. How do I convince Chuck E. Cheese pizza is used? Are you trying to convince everyone else that Chuck E. Cheese pizza is used, or Chuck E. Cheese that their pizza is used? Again, I'm confused. But I guess you could find evidence of that being the case. It requires a little bit of effort on your part, but it can be done if it's a thing that's actually happening. Everyone else. Yeah, okay. So then you need to find actual evidence of that being the case, and then you'd need to present it to them.
Yeah, as far as I know, Chuck E. Cheese has denied any allegations like that.
And I don't go to Chuck E. Cheese, so I don't know firsthand whether or not that's the case.
Yep.
Okay, how do I convince people that government doesn't make things cheaper?
Like socialism, I guess.
I guess.
Yes and no, I guess. I mean, when the government gets involved, they tend to, if you were to have the government set all the prices for everything, it would be a set price, but they'd also dictate how much you have to pay for it. I don't know.
Toasted. I hate to be that person, but you gotta phrase your question in a way that people can understand it. And I don't like telling people what to do, but if you want me to answer it, I need to know exactly what you're asking.
You're trying to ask deep questions in a very short sentence, and we probably need a lot longer to answer them as well. So
true. Luckily, we have chat time later, so this isn't a question that we're gonna just put off for the rest of our lives. I mean, you can bring it back around the chat time. $200 is the generic from the UFO answer, and no insurance covers it. Supplemental wouldn't cover a pre-existing condition. Ooh, okay. So 200 is the generic, no insurance, and this is a pre-existing condition that just is gonna be the rest of your life. So if you have to find $200 out of your bank, that means that you have to make some sacrifices in your life, whether or not that means you don't pay for as much entertainment type shenanigans in the future. And that's not the worst thing in the world. People have been known to live off of, actually, I do it myself. I have to budget every month for specific things, which means that I have to go certain months without certain things. I live off of $200 in grocery money and then $300 in, extra. So I live off of $500 a month, every month.
Yikes.
Yeah. That covers my groceries, that covers extraneous expenses, that covers all my subscriptions to Adobe Premiere, the Creative Cloud thing, that covers other stuff like textbooks, that covers like if I need to buy a package of underwear once a week or not once a week, like a month, or like I have to get my watch thing fixed, so I have to budget for that too. It just means that I go a month without certain extra things. Like I have to budget for dish detergent, or not dish detergent, clothing detergent, because it costs $10 and that's going to put me over the limit sometimes. Weebo is rich AF. No, I'm a college student, so I have to figure out a way to spend less money.
UFO says I'm not giving up my Weebo Jones budget. Aw.
You're so sweet. Well, if you need to, I'm not going to be offended. You can totally do that, and I will understand 100%. People have had to do that in the past where they can't support me and also live. You are more important, all right? That's what I'm going to tell any viewer that wants to support me. If it comes down to you being able to pay rent or prescriptions or whatever, handle that first. Worry about me second. Don't worry about my $500 a month. I'll find it somehow. Another tip that I could give you for living frugally is go shopping at Aldi. Yeah. Eat chicken instead of beef. Freeze your
eggs. I mean, sperm. I mean, whatever you have.
Actually, yeah, no, eat eggs because they do, go a long way. Drink lots more water so you don't have to eat as much. Train your body to eat a little bit less so that you can, spend, instead of an insane amount of money every week on groceries. Like I only spend $40 a week on groceries, pretty much, depending on, what it is I gotta buy. And that I make that work for me. Sorry, wow, I'm depressing everyone with how frugally I have to live. Sorry. Also gas. Definitely make sure that you're preserving. You're not you know where it is you're going before you get there, so you don't have to waste gas driving around in circles trying to find where it is that you need to go.
Yep.
Yep.
But since you have the internet, Google Maps is a thing, and it's usually very, very helpful. So.
Also, peanut butter. Peanut butter is a good tummy filler. Water and peanut butter. Real life sucks, huh? Actually, I quite enjoy it. You can donate to Weebo's Granny Pants Fund here, and then there's the Streamlabs. Oh, now I gotta watch my own Streamlabs, I guess.
Yeah, no, we donate to the other one for TGOS.
Thank you. The Price is Right review for the $2. So basically, you're just as broke as my sister. Lol. I guess. Yeah. And if you have to drive anyone anywhere, make sure you charge them for gas money. That's important. Drive as little as possible. Walk everywhere if you can. Oh, it's a fun time. I got little tips like that. Everything that I do to make life bearable. I live in a small town though, so this is like a nice. Everything that I need, I can get except for grocery shopping in my PO box, which I have a payment coming up. Oh yeah, I gotta budget for that. Toasted. How to start big anti-furry like the NRA. I'm disgusted by them and think they are screwing up society. The furries love the. Hang on. How to start a big anti.
Well, we're into stupid comment time anyway, so.
Into stupid comment time. All right, we're into stupid comment time. We can answer that question later on. Thank you to Medicare Brobot for the $1.99. My child will go hungry tonight for this donation. Oh, thanks. Oh.
That's lovely.
Reyes Jacobson donated $1 over on Streamlabs to say, pro tip, you can jump onto jared.org, sign up for a clinical study, and make easy money popping pills. Actually, my mom used to. Oh, funny story before we get into stupid comment time, and we will, I promise. But before we get into stupid comment time, funny story. My mom used to do that with me and my brother. And actually my sister too. She used to not sign us up for like medical studies where we'd have to pop pills and stuff, but she'd sign us up for psychological studies. And we'd make a quick buck that way. And that's kind of sometimes how we would do stuff. Yeah, my mom was not the best mom person. Actually, hang on. Eve, do you have stupid comment times too? Okay, stupid
I did capture a couple, actually, from the last stream I was on. Hang on. With you.
Mm-hmm. Then Sanguine, thank you for the $5 over on the Streamlabs, just to make sure everyone else noticed too. Weebo almost said, make sure you are preserving your gas. Well, yeah. Okay, so when I say that, I mean, like, don't run your car for an insane amount of time needlessly. Like, you need that. If people want to learn to save on their entertainment, learn to pirate stuff.
Wow.
I mean, I don't endorse illegal actions on this channel because that would hurt the situation. But yeah.
That would.
That's the thing that you can do. I don't endorse it though. We do not endorse those kind of things on the Weebo Jones channel or through TGOS. Thank you very much. Pizza Man 6320. Thank you for the $2. How does one feed a child on $1.99? Actually, at Aldi, you can get cans of tomato soup for about 40 cents, and you can get a lot of cans of tomato soup and just feed one child with one whole can of tomato soup, and it's a good time. That's what I do. Or you could water it down and make it last for 2 meals if you really need to.
If you're really desperate, you can get a pack of ramen for like $1 to 50 cents, or like 50 cents, you know. So
I prefer Aldi's tomato soup.
So you combine your tomatoes. You combine your tomato soup and ramen, and then you get tomato ramen.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. $1 meals, folks, right here on TGOS.
I know, but the word choice sounded like you were advocating for canning your farts. Yeah, actually, can your farts, put them into your gas tank, and that's how you're going to get around on fumes. Oh, this has turned into an interesting
stream.
My mom was not the best mom person. Weebo Jones, 2019. Yep. Race Jacobson donated $1. Aldi versus Costco, and go. My dad shops at Costco, but he does it in bulk because he can freeze things. I can't freeze things, so I have to shop at Aldi because I can't keep things for a long time because I live with 5 other people. Okay, now, stupid comment time. You said you had a stupid comment.
I did. I had 2. Like I said, it was from the last time I was on TGOS with you.
Mm-hmm.
There was some people who decided to comment, and I think you saw at least one of them.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So this, if I'm recalling, this works by you reading the other person's, and if I say something, you... Okay.
You have to present, though, so I could... Oh, excuse me again. I'm a fucking pig.
Is that
That's
showing?
that tomato soup from earlier.
That's flashing. Okay. There we go.
Can you zoom in a little bit? Just a little bit? Oh, wow. That's fast. Oh, boy.
Better?
Yeah, that's fine. All right. Who do you want me to read?
You can read Johnny Sandtraps.
All right. Johnny Sandtrap. Also, what was your friend's name before the operation?
Biff.
Space. Nah. This is crossed out. He, him, her, they, it, she looks like him, he, fuck me. This does not make reading any easier, believe it or not. He, him, her, they, it, she was a Bill, William, or a Jim, James, ... maybe a Chris in his, him, her, they, it, her present, past self. Jesus, fuck, that's a nightmare. Frowny face. Also, don't really forget to like, sub, comment.
And then he links to one, like, a video he has of him, like, growing weed or something.
Oh, all right. That's cool.
And I'm just like, oh, that's lovely. And so I reply with LOL, none of the above, actually. I won't tell you my name, even if it is a previous one, because that would dox me. If you'd like to have a conversation sometime about the subject of trans people or transition, though, you can message me on Twitter at EveChaos, and I'd be happy to talk to you about it. Or Eve_Chaos. No, he hasn't messaged me, so.
No, all right. Wait, is that the end of it, or is there more?
That's the end of that one.
Oh, there's more?
There's one more.
Oh,
this is the one you replied to.
Yes, I think I saw that. Before we do get into it. Thank you, Michael Williams, for the $2 over on the Streamlabs. Carry on, little bit MAGA. Thank you.
Little bit MAGA?
I guess.
I don't know.
Thank you for the $2. All right. Who do you want me to read
now? You can read yourself and J. Anthony there.
All right. So is that a guy or just a chick with a deep voice?
She said on her channel she's transgender. There's no need to obsess and point out the obvious to her face, even though it has no relation to the topic. It's rude.
Pong Lennis. It was a real question. I've never been to its channel. You can't really be sure these days, and the whole world has become mental. Is that an exclamation mark?
Yes, that's an exclamation point.
All right. They think like you, and they think like you, and it's an illness.
Her channel. And then Jacob replies with, "Its channel. My, how edgy. So of you. So cool."
And then I said, "Don't be rude, okay?"
And then he replies again.
Oh, you nailed it. That's exactly what I was going for. Cool and edgy. I mean, were you not?
Yeah. So
seriously, guys, don't be rude, okay? Because, well, I mean, you can be rude. It's just you're not going to impress anybody,
right? But
so
yeah,
do what you want. I don't give a fuck. But just know that you're not impressing a goddamn person.
I found those comments amusing. So,
and well, Pong Lennis is making a double appearance today, and we're about to do a thing. He said, "Take off your makeup. Thought you'll probably then lose 90% of your patrons, but at least then you'll get attention for your opinions instead of your vagina." And just because he said that, all right?
Oh, and he was so nice to me. Damn.
He was so nice. He doesn't like me though. It's fine. I don't mind. But just because he said that, all right? Let's prove him a thing. I will be doing the rest of this show like this. All right?
Okay.
Got it?
They got it.
Mm-hmm. All right. But first we have to read the rest of stupid comment time.
God damn it. Present yourself to them so they can, because I'm sure my laughing and giggling just took.
I think I did present myself.
No, unpresented when you took the comment down. Make sure chat can see this.
Chat, did you see it?
Look at this shit.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. They did see it. It's Billy the Fridge. Anyway, so that was Pong Lennis, and he's a delight. He's an utter delight. He's a treat to my channel and a frequent feature of stupid comment time on TGOS. So hello, Pong. How are you? Then Tonka Jones says they are all afraid. He says, stupid, racist, pale imbeciles don't realize that Lonnie Johnson did help put people in space. These psychotic people have to be stopped by any means necessary. These people are all clearly prejudiced and mentally ill. Yes, we're clearly all prejudiced and mentally ill. Our captivity is ending. I has redeemed Jacob. Oh, wait, fuck, I forgot. You're supposed to be the one reading these.
She's gonna leave me off at this one. Okay. Hi. So Dave says, "Hi, Weebo. Can I sniff your ears?"
Dave, we've been over this. All right, this has been a dance that we've been dancing for quite some time, and I have to once again deny that request. I apologize, but my ears are for another man. And thank you, The Price is Right review for the $2. That should be your live stream all the time. You know what? I could totally do that. Frankie, if you ever do come on, that's going to be what my face is like the whole time. And then Lenny Stanfield decided to donate $5 to say, this comment is not stupid. No, it is not. Race Jacobson donated $1 to say, stupid comment time, the saltiest segment of the show. Yeah, where we go into, oh, and look, Frankie, you're featured here too. Say hi to yourself. Would you like to read through this?
Let's see. How should I do his voice? Oh, it's so putting me on the spot because I know he's listening. Well, okay. Let's do it like this. Great. More mental illness. Are you high? The whole concept of white people is based on the cult archetype. Blind submission to a cult leader regardless of competency, aka Trump. The dehumanization of others to justify the exploration of said others. He said exploration, not exploitation, which is what he meant. Decades of institutional racism and him Crow, and the accumulation of wealth and power by the cult leaders, the massive inhumane forces of the white elites that are based around his entire strategy. They could not even try this in Europe. They would be hanged. It has been Republican presidents that have been responsible for the transfer of more than $2 trillion worth of wealth into the hands of the 1% Reagan, who white people worship like a good at the worst. Jesus fuck, dude. Have you heard of a fucking period?
Sorry, I moved it down just so it
not
didn't
you.
Get
it's just fuck.
Oh no, Frank isn't here anymore. Frankie, come back.
Aw. I was doing that voice just for him.
Keep going. It's fine. The audience loves it. They love you.
Cults also require the members to be isolated from the other segregation. Look, don't fucking make me school you here on YouTube. The entire history of white identity revolves around oppressing and keeping other groups of people down. You are not innocent. Your parents are not innocent. Just
cool
Jesus,
story,
dude.
bro. You know, I invited him on Thursday's show.
Oh, that's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
At Weebo
Frank
Jones.
Man is here?
He is here?
Frank Man. Hello. He's in the chat. All right, continue. Sorry. I just took the little golden nuggets, by the way. He spurred quite a bit in the comments after my last stream.
Frank learned the sentence structure.
Proceed, madam.
Weebo Jones. Also, the fool tries to use the Rwandan genocide and Moors as a testament of black character, but we can't use European history as a testament of white character. Get out of here.
So I wasn't the one who brought up European history first as a testament of white character. You did that, and I just brought it up as a nice rebuttal of that shenanigans because, I mean, you play stupid games, you're gonna win stupid prizes. No one's gonna win this game because everyone's guilty of something racially, if you want to attribute it to that. So that was the point of that. But good job being a dumbass. I digress. Your show is so diverse.
Where was I? Oh, yeah. At Weebo Jones, your show is so diverse, but you only brought on alt-right racist pig boys to review it. Not one liberal, or maybe even me. How dishonest you are. Typical white devil. So I'm going to say, you hear that at Mr. Monkey Lint and Polydub? You guys are racist pig boys. Alt-right.
Well, yeah, no, I told them that. He said that in the Discord. I was like, yeah, apparently you guys are all alt-right racist pig boys, despite the fact that, and Captain Crap as well, because he was on the show as well. Despite the fact that I actually don't know specifically what it is that their political affiliations are, or to be quite honest, any of what their races are necessarily. I thank you. The Price is Right review for the $5. LMAO. Wow, this dude is so comical. As a history study myself, this fool is smoking acid. Hey Frank, want to tell us about Shaka Zulu African warlord? And then Devil Fruit Zero for 5 says, love you, Weebo. You make me smile. Thank you. I do enjoy making people smile. That's the whole point of my channel. It's not necessarily, the whole point is not to be political. It's to use politics as an avenue to make people laugh. And you know, it's a good time. But what I wanted to iterate here is that the show is call-in, so anyone who wants on can have on so long as they hop in the Discord. And I said as much, but apparently Frankie just willfully ignored that fact. Like I said, the Thursday shows, I let most, if not all, people on. And would keep it, I like to keep it to like 5 people, but, you know, Frank can come on as much as he wants if he wants. Anyone's allowed on. I don't care who's on, so long as they respect the other guests and myself, and, you know, we can have a civil conversation. Hi, hey, SDA. We're doing stupid comment time.
Oh, she muted herself.
And then Polydub in chat says, alt-right racist pig boys taking Frank really seriously with all his brilliant arguments. I know, right? Do you want to keep going?
Also, here's a reading reference for the evil racist bastards. How Europe Underdeveloped Africa by Walter Rodney. Let's see what Sashi Thor, I don't know, has to say. Link. Maybe you should tell your rabid racist unholy following about General Dyer.
How about you tell them yourself? I do this show on Thursdays, 4 to 6 p.m., and the Discord is open for all to join. Like I said, I already said that.
Maybe I will, or maybe not. Who knows what I will do.
Can you guys hear me? You can.
The yeah, we can hear you now.
Now we can hear you.
Can you not hear us?
I
guess not.
All we heard was fuck, SDA, so.
All right. So I said K, Frankie, because I'm not going to dick around with someone who's pulling on my dick. And then he says this.
Hang on, I was just messaging SDA. We heard her.
Oh, all right.
Weebo Jones, you're welcome. You see, that's why I am here, to cure you of your devilry, if at all that is humanly possible. I can't even say that with a straight face.
First I'm a white, no. First time a cave beast, Becky thought. Now I'm a white devil. When will the ad hominems cease? Okay, so this next guy is from the actual Weebo Incognito channel, and he had some things to say about my Captain Marvel review.
Oh Lord!
Just read the red parts. You don't have to read all of the stuff.
Just because Brie Larson effed up doesn't mean everyone else should suffer for it. I
can hear you.
We can hear you. Oh. Quote, just because Brie Larson effed up doesn't mean that everyone else should suffer for it. I, a white guy, disagree. You seem to imply that being a potential customer means that I'm making other people suffer by not going into this movie. By not going to this movie. Did anyone from the studio come out and correct her and say, we are not trying to turn this movie into an overtly diverse feminine vehicle?
So I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, that a lot of the other Marvel MCU actors did have an issue with the fact that they were turning Captain Marvel into the Deus Ex Machina of Endgame. Also, I never made the argument that I was other. Okay, so he said, you seem to imply that my being a potential customer means I'm making other people suffer by not going to this movie. That's not necessarily what I said. What I said was I'm not. What I said was I doesn't mean that everyone else should suffer for it in terms of like, oh, I'm going to review the movie as a person, as a whole, not as like, oh, this is something that is exclusively Brie Larson, this one woman show. No, it's an amalgamation of different people's work. So Samuel L. Jackson was in the movie, Jude Law was in the movie. They were both good actors in the movie. The action, the fight scenes, they were good too. The dialogue leaves something to be considered. The story arc is definitely something that needs improvement, but the costuming was good. The set design was fantastic. I mean, you got to consider this, all right? A movie isn't just about the actors in it. It's about everyone who's contributed to making it a thing. It is an amalgamation of different people's efforts, different people's ideas, different people's art and inspiration. And it's not just divorced from them when it is that you see it. So a movie is not just it's good or bad. There are different elements that make up a movie. Here was what was good. Here's what was bad. That's what I meant when I said not everyone has to suffer for it. We can appreciate good things in art as much as we can appreciate bad things in art. All right. That's all. But, sure, argue against an art, something that I wasn't talking about. Why don't ya? Should we even continue on? Because we don't have time. We're 2 minutes into chat time. I went overboard. Yeah. All right. Yeah, we'll save the rest of those. Oh, yeah, that's right. I'm doing this right now. We'll save the rest of the comments for next Sunday, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Good times. And if you're wondering why it is that I'm doing this with my face, it's thanks to Pong Lennis, one of my frequent commenters, that we are doing this face for the rest of the show. So ask your questions in the chat, everybody. Please and thank you. Thank you the next 6 minutes for the $2 for your coffee budget, Weebs. Hi there, SDA and Eve. SDA can't hear shit. Ask her if she's plugged in.
SDA, are you plugged in?
Her headphones are fucked. Shit. All right, that's bad. Oof.
You could always do it. Set the speaker to open air. I mean,
does that work?
Yes, if you're in the settings.
Oh no, my co-host can't even hear me. Oof.
You can go ahead and read chat, and then I'll just finish helping her.
Oh, are we looking at my boogers? Look at that. All right, let's see. Chat. Your booger is magnified, Miss Weebo. Thank you, Mr. Monkey Lint, for pointing out my boogers. Everyone else can see them now. Hey, who is this hot babe named Chaos Eve? She is my stand-in co-host for the evening since SDA is having technical difficulties. Do you think Chuck E. Cheese pizza is recycled? I haven't had Chuck E. Cheese pizza in quite a bit. Quite a bit. So I don't have a reference. I apologize. Yeah, can you guys see my nose hairs? So did you ladies like the Captain Marvel movie? It was a fun movie, but overall not a good one. Completely mediocre. Nothing to write home about. If you want 2 hours of just casual entertainment to waste your time, then go for it. But otherwise, don't waste your money or your time. I didn't have to waste my money. I just wasted my time. And then I wasted several much more times much more times, several more hours of time writing the review and then editing it and filming it and putting it online. So, Weebo looks like Amberlynn Reed's girlfriend. I don't know who that is. Or maybe I do. I just can't remember who it is. Eve, who is Amberlynn Reed?
I don't know.
Okay.
Amberlynn
Sanguine. Sanguine asks, how much is your current face affecting the local tides? It's a good question. Do you guys like Moonface? Should I keep Moonface? Should I do more Moonface? I feel like I should do more Moonface.
I think you should add Moonface to your videos.
My repertoire.
Oh my god, this is okay. She's that she's a mukbang lol cow.
Who? Oh.
Amberlynn Reed. Yeah, she one of them
that's why I know what her name is.
She hefty.
She a big girl?
To be fair, it looks like she's trying to lose weight.
Yeah.
So good for her, but like some of her recent videos look like they're about losing weight and getting help and stuff like that. So yeah, you good for her, but you know, whatever.
Ray Cancer asks, Weebo put the camera, or said, put the camera on your chest to make it look bigger too. Dude, they don't need help. This is a good time. And I can tell that we're going to have a lot of fun pictures in the gallery. Or the
there's
studio.
Frank, man. Hi,
Frank. Man is back.
You missed my impersonation of you, Frank.
Yeah.
Because I was going like this.
How many channels devoted to her weight gain journey? You know, I think, okay, I have seen a few videos of Amberlynn Reed. Not Amberlynn Reed herself, but Amberlynn Reed and people covering her. Not that, you know, they have much success covering her. Have you seen her? Sorry, that was mean. All right, let's see. Who else has a question?
Lots of question marks in chat, guys.
Yeah, lots of question marks. Cynical Lindsay said, Weebo, I highly recommend you watch a Megon's video on her. She's quite the character. All right, I'll check it out. Can you link me to it, Lindsay? Do you have a Twitter? Can you link me to it on Twitter? Why do my eyes look so droopy?
Hey.
Hi, SDI.
Hello?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, now I can.
Yay. You see me.
Yeah, well, and I don't fucking approve of whatever the hell you're doing to your sweat.
This is inspired by one Pong Lennis, who told me that if I took off all of the makeup off of my face, that I would, one, lose all of my viewers, but at least they'd be here for my opinions instead of my vagina.
My cousin's here. Say hi.
Hi, cousin.
Hello.
Hello, cousin.
Anyway, I don't know what the hell happened, but Chrome decided that it didn't want to play any sound whatsoever. So it was in my headphones. Like, I still have headphones, thank God. But I also didn't have any kind of sound, so I had to restart my computer.
Oof. I've been there.
It was a whole thing. I don't know what happened, but hi, guys. Fuck my life. I am still in like vacation mode. Hold on, give me a second. My brain needs like time to adjust.
Black Romeo, you said that Captain Marvel was entertaining as a movie if you just want to see it as a movie. What about as a Marvel movie? Do you think it adds to the MCU? All right, so I've said this before and I'll say it again. Captain Marvel adds absolutely nothing to the MCU. If anything, it actually detracts from the MCU and everything that it's done for the past decade, all right? In the sense that it retcons a whole bunch of shit. It makes things a little bit more unclear. It, like I said, doesn't add anything, and it kind of just shits in the face of all of the other previous movies. So it's a bad Marvel movie in that sense. I mean, it is a Marvel movie, so it's good in terms of movie, but it's a shit movie when you take other things into consideration, when you don't just have it as a movie by itself. Does it make sense?
It makes sense.
Okay, good.
It makes sense. I just haven't seen it yet, so I don't know.
Don't see it.
I trust your judgment, though.
Thank you.
I'll probably still go see it, but just because I've already seen all of the Marvel movies in theater. So it's like, what's $20 more?
Are you gonna see it with your dad?
Yeah.
I'm waiting until it comes out on either video or Netflix at this point because I'm just.
Oh yeah, they'll get it out on VHS Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what I meant.
Out on video.
Chrome, that was SDA's first mistake. Well, you can't do.
You can't do Hangouts
on anything else.
Yeah.
So
Google's a bitch like that.
Yeah, Google's a piece of shit like that. So don't sass me like I don't know what I'm doing. I do.
Yeah. Thank you, Race Jacobson, for the $1 over on the Streamlabs Captain Convolution. Basically, yeah.
Didn't it like retcon? I'm sorry if this is a spoiler, but I don't think anybody cares. Didn't it retcon like how Nick Fury got his eye punched out?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And everybody was like, "That's stupid."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, apparently the verification link isn't working in the Discord. I got you, fam.
Oh, did Modulo go to sleep?
Modulo does that sometimes. I apologize.
Yeah, sometimes that happens.
Just let us know in the Discord. That's why we have the what is it? It's called the foyer. The foyer. So that you can let us know if it's not working.
Yeah. So if if something happens, that's also is true for like my Discords too. We also have areas for like if the verification links are not working, there are spots.
Yeah, I got you too, Benefister. I got you. Or did I say Benefister? Benefister.
And he also gets a Sugar Daddy's role because that's Price is Right review.
Yeah. Oh, that is? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, everyone say hi to Frankie Man in the chat. There we go.
I tell you what.
We'll be coming back tomorrow. So all of the Sugar Daddy stuff will be normal-ish by like Wednesday.
Yeah.
I apologize for the delay on all of that. So like if you should be Sugar Daddy and you're not or whatever, that's why. It's because I'm not home.
Mm-hmm. And SDA slacks when she's not home.
I'm just trying to keep up with it, but there's so many people that donate so quickly. It's a lot.
I've been on.
I can send you the spreadsheet that I make.
Oh, do you cut? God damn it! I can't with you.
Can you like stop that, please?
Hang on. Focus on yourself and do that again.
I miss normal Weebo.
Mm-hmm. Hang on. We need to get a screenshot of this. Good.
If he didn't get it, I did. So.
All right. All right.
Can you go back to normal, please?
Yeah,
thank you. What does that face look like when you're not like blown up like that?
This face?
Like with the exact face you were just making.
This is what it looks like.
Like, okay. I was just wondering what the hell you were doing.
Thank you, Tuscan Trudy, for the $10. Thanks for a fun stream. I aim to please. Oh, my arm flabby shook. Did you see that?
Your arm flabby shook. Oh yeah. My.
This is what happens when I don't go to the gym for like 2 days. I get arm flabbies.
God.
Oh no, Mike is unsubscribing. It's okay.
Why?
What happened?
Goodbye,
don't leave us.
Bye, Moon Man.
Oh, because of your face?
Probably. It's because I stopped doing the face. Wide face Weebo is watching you. Masturbate. Thanks, Lindsay. I needed that. Your boy Pat, the $5. Sugar Daddy status. Heart. You definitely earned it, son.
He's got it. He's in it. He's in it to win it.
Mm-hmm. Now I have arms made of bacon.
Oh, and we started beta reading today. That's a thing we did today.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Nice. This has been a fun stream. I love it when Eve's on. Not that I don't love it when SDA's on, but I like it when Eve's on because Eve agrees with me.
Well, the downside is SDA keeps you on track. I don't. I gotta let you rant.
You let me go off on tangents. It's a beautiful thing.
Whereas like SDA is like, okay, it is exactly 8:20. We have to like move on.
She keeps me level. Thank you, Sanguine, for the $5 on the Streamlabs. Your eyes were almost as large as AOC's. Yeah.
Oh.
Unfortunately, when I make funny faces, I have to use a filter, apparently. No, my eyebrows do all the work. It's not my bug eyes, it's my eyebrows.
I like it when I'm on y'all's channel too, because I get everybody, and I get a bunch of idiots in chat calling me a cross-dresser and stuff, and it's hilarious.
Hey, I cross-dress all the time. No one ever pays any attention to me.
Right? But somebody does it more than once in a while, and suddenly it's a problem.
You know what? All right.
Who the hell said that? I'll fucking fight them.
I thought your face was always funny. Thank you, Slayer Kaido. You just warmed my little heart.
Oh, I saw a sea turtle today.
Oh my god, a sea turtle! Did you take a picture though?
No, it like went away too fast. Okay, here's the thing though. Like I was on a boat and I was laying out in the sun and it was really nice. And then I saw a sea turtle and like I tried to get my phone, but it swam away.
And that's the story.
And that was the story. But it was a sea turtle and I saw a sea turtle. It was the coolest thing.
My brother almost got eaten by a bull shark once. In Florida. I have video footage. Instead of saving my brother's life. Hang on. Stay right there. All right. Yeah. No, I'm taking a video. You can move. No, I actually have like him walking down the beach trying to get away from the freaking bull shark. Because I don't know if you guys know this, but in knee height water, that's where they can attack you still. And it was a little one, but so he wasn't like in serious danger. It was just a tiny shark. But it was following him in the water, and he's just kind of trying to like get away from the shark. And then he finally gets out of the front of the way of the shark, and then he's just doubling back, and we're watching it. We follow it for about a mile down the beach. Bull shark. No. Bull shark as in, like, hang on. When I say bull shark, do I mean bull shark as in, hang on. I think I mean something else.
Bull shark or bullshit? No,
bull shark.
Because I think we're talking about bullshit right now.
I call it a bull shark because that's what it looked like, but I'm not. It could be a different shark. Yeah, no, bull sharks, also known as Zambia's shark, and formerly Zambia, in Africa and Lake is a rat. Okay, and I'm reading National Geographic. It could have been a different shark. It wasn't a great white shark. It was not a tiger shark. It looked like a bull shark based off of what I could see of the fin. I have the video somewhere. I gotta find it. It's in my Google Drive somewhere.
I so wish I had gotten a picture of the sea turtle.
I wish you had too, because then you could have put it in the thing with the stuff that we have in the Discord dedicated to cute and fluffy animals.
I know. I could have put it in the dog park, and I fucking would have, but I didn't get a picture of it. But still, I saw a sea turtle, and it like made my day.
Pat says, Weebo, all water is knee deep for you.
Hang on. Did you just call me a tall person? Because
because like that's like that's like an insult if you're in a foot of water, but it's also a compliment if you're in like the Mariana Trench. Like
exactly. So that backfired most magnificently. Magnificently.
She's doing her best.
Hang on. Magnificently. There we go. I got it.
And I'm so tan. It's great.
Well, aren't you Italian? So
yeah, I know.
But like Italian. No,
I haven't.
I thought I was gonna make a pun there. It didn't work.
I haven't been like in the sun though in like 3 years.
Italian.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't good.
Sort of.
All right, I'll stop it.
E for effort.
Thanks. Upload the video onto your channel with the JAWS theme song playing. I might do that. I might have to edit it a little bit so that you don't see my brother, just to make sure he doesn't get doxxed.
People wonder why.
I made a decision a long time ago not to have that be the case.
SDA, you missed the horrible comments that was left last stream I was on with you guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'll send them to you.
They were an interesting time.
They were interesting.
We have 1 minute, ladies and gentlemen.
And where was this on the last
stream?
The last time I was on here when you were out. So.
I'm gonna fucking fight people. I swear to God. Like I will. I'll take you people to the octagon. What shape is that in?
The octagon is an 8-sided polygon.
I know, but like, what shape do you fight people in?
An octagon.
Pretty sure it's an octagon.
All right, I'm gonna take you people to an octagon.
You have to say
just one of them, not but just a random one, and we're gonna fucking fight.
Which octagon?
It doesn't matter. I don't care. Any one of them. Just find me an octagon.
Have you ever fought
whichever
SDA?
Huh?
Have you ever fought a person though? IRL? Like
yeah.
With actual hitting?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure.
In an octagon.
And it is 9 p.m. So if you would like to fight SDA over the octagon, you can subscribe to her channel, which is linked in the description. Also, be sure to check out Chaos Eve's links, both to the Minions of the Zoo stream channel and her own personal channel, both in the description down below. Furthermore, you can always subscribe to my channel, Weebo Incognito, where you can find lovely entertainment-related content where I review all things in a horrible manner with my horrible opinions because, as we know, white people have horrible opinions and are devil people on this planet meant to kill themselves. Thank you, Frank Man, for appearing on this show, and hopefully you show up on Thursday. If not, we will be talking about how to cuckold your husband and how to have him appreciate it.
Shit.
Be sure to show up for that show on Thursday. It's gonna be an
Don't forget. You have to break up with SDA.
SDA, I'm breaking up with you.
Oh.
How dare you come into my house late, noisily.
And without your headphones working.
I had dinner with Grandma.
Tell grandmother that I require an hour and a half of your time twice a week. All right?
I get to see her once a year.
I get to see her once a year.
Oh.
I'm more important. Okay, tell grandma I said hi and I love her.
Okay.
I appreciate her for having, you resulted as a result of her having a result that was your mother or father or whatever.
I'll let her know.
I'm sorry. We're breaking up though. Bye.
Yeah,
this is the last show ever.